This Saturday, May 27th, 2023, and the day was beautiful, but in several parts of Korea, there were some drizzles, and heavy rainfalls. But luckily, in my town in Gwangju, there was no rain, and it was quite a sunshine day, and it was beautiful. Today, we learned that scientists or engineers were able to draw electricity from the thin air. So let's find out what it is all about. By the way, I am trying to read this article to practice English. I will just read at a normal speed as the English native speaker does, but I will focus on the exact pronunciation and all important elements such as grammatical points, understanding, the instant pickup of new idioms and cliches and all other words that are necessary to remember. So it's a dual-pronged academic approach on my part. So here we go. This one is from Popular Science magazine, and their website is popsci.com. When I was a college student, I used to buy a monthly magazine at a global bookstore in Seoul, which imported the famous Popular Science magazines from America. So I have really good affinity to this magazine. I was a mechanical engineering student, and this magazine was an eye-opener for me at the time, and also my close connection to America. A new material creates clean electricity from the air around it. The physics at play in a storm cloud, but in a thin, whole-field film. So the material is a very thin, whole-field film by Andrew Paul, published May 24th, 2023. So it's about 3 days old. Technology and environment. Those are keywords to look for or to search this article on Popular Science. Ambient air's water molecules can be harvested to generate clean electricity at a nanoscale level. So they put the material in the air, and the water molecules are at play to generate electricity, I think. Derek Lovely, Ella Maru Studio. Okay. Maru is the Korean name, but I'm not sure if the Maru is the some other country's family name. Researchers recently constructed a material capable of generating near constant electricity from just the ambient air around it, thus possibly laying the groundwork for a new virtually unlimited source of sustainable renewable energy. In doing so and building upon their past innovations, they now claim almost any surface could potentially be turned into a generator via replicating the electrical properties of storm clouds. But trypophobies, be aware. Trypophobies. According to a new study published today with Advanced Materials, engineers at the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, have demonstrated a novel air generator, AirGen, film that relies on microscopic holes smaller than 100 nanometers across, less than a thousandth the width of a single human hair. The holes' incredibly small diameters rely on what's known as a mean free path, which is the distance a single molecule can travel before colliding with another molecule of the same substance. Okay, there's a mean free path, which is the distance a single molecule can travel before colliding with another molecule of the same substance. Incredibly small diameters rely on what's known as mean free path. Water molecules are floating all around in the air, and their mean free path is around 100 nanometers. As humid air passes through air-jet materials' minuscule holes, the water molecules come into direct contact with first an upper, then lower chamber in the film. This creates a charge imbalance, that is, electricity. It's the same physics at play in storm clouds' lightning discharges. Although the UMass Amherst team's product generates a minuscule fraction of a lightning bolt's estimated 300 million volts. Wow, 300 million volts. It's several hundred millivolts of sustained energy is incredibly promising for scalability and everyday usage. This is particularly evident when considering that air humidity can diffuse in three-dimensional space. In theory, thousands of air-jet layers can be stacked atop one another, thus scaling up the device without increasing its overall footprint. According to the researchers, such a product could offer kilowatts of power for general usage. So they can just stack up, right? They can be stacked atop on one another. They can be stacked atop one another. The team believes their agent devices could one day be far more space efficient than other renewable energy options like solar and wind power. What's more, the material can be engineered into a variety of form factors to blend into an environment as contrasted with something as visually noticeable as a solar farm and wind turbine. Solar farm and wind turbine, yeah, they are very big. Imagine a future world in which clean electricity is available anywhere you go. Jun Yao, an assistant professor of electrical and computer engineering and the paper's senior author, said in a statement, "The generic air-gen effect means that this future world can become a reality." A variety of form factors. So a form factor is a professional engineering term, which means that there could be a lot of factors in the products and services, but one of them is a form. Form factor means different forms can be achieved. Circular, cylindrical, octagonal, polygonal, triangular, square, rectangular, lozenge, and so on. So form factors means that you could, if something has a lot of degree in a form factor, that means that you can just mold the product in any way or in any shape you want. So form factor, mean free path, so a lot of holes, upper chamber and lower chamber, and the electricity is built up, just like the 300 million lightning bolts that we find in the lightnings. Andrew Paul is a popular sciences staff writer covering tech news. Previously, he was a regular contributor to the AV Club and Input, and has had recent work also featured by Rolling Stone, Fangoria, GQ, Slate, NBC, as well as Mac Sweeney's Internet Tendency. He lives outside Indianapolis. Hello, Paul. I enjoyed your succinct article. But before I close, everybody, I would like to go over the expressions, words, or grammar points, whatever that we need to understand or memorize when it comes to learning English. Very thin film, whole field film, upper chamber, lower chamber, free mean path, collision, molecules, water molecules, scalability, reliability, effect, and what else? Yeah, form factor, harvest, yep, constant electricity, laying the groundwork for the new virtually unlimited source of sustainable renewable energy. Yes, laying the groundwork, laying the groundwork, laying the groundwork. That's good expression. Laying the groundwork. Typophobies, beware. Trypophobes. Who is trypophobes? Is trypophobia a real phobia? We investigate the fear of creepy clustered holes. Okay, so that's a trypophobia. Yeah, I think I've encountered this word maybe twice in the past. Trypophobia. So phobia means fear, right? Fearful. Tryphobies, they are the people who are fearful of something in a creepy way. Trypo. Okay, so trypophobia. Trypophobia. Ooh. I don't know, trypophobia. Yeah, I feel sleepy. Travel before colliding with another molecules of the same substance. Water molecules are floating all around the air. Humid air passes through air-gel materials, minuscule holes. A charge imbalance. UMass Amherst teams. Everyday usage here. Every day is adjective, so they gotta be put together. No hyphen, no space between every and day. You need to learn the grammar from TC Pro, who lives in Korea and is American. Diffuse in theory, in practice, in theory, in reality, in theory, in reality, in theory, stacked atop one another, stacked atop one another, stacked atop on one another, stacked atop one another. Overall footprint. Gen devices stacked atop one another, stacked atop one another, stacked atop one another. Visually noticeable as a solar farm or wind turbine. Okay, so that's it. But let's check out any comments. Okay. Craig, sounds like the power companies will make an even greater fortune. Good luck if you think the public will see a benefit from this technology anytime soon. There's a reason cancer treatment is outrageously expensive. Goodwill defeats moral. What? Greed will defeat morality every time. Greed will defeat morality every time. Could potentially is a redundant phrase. Could already connotes potential. Interesting point. Could potentially, but that's cliche, man. Could already denotes potential. But you have a point there. Who is John Gold? Yeah, damn it. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye bye.